Hi everyone. So this is the new revision of my trackball, the SunBall. So compared to the old revision which is sitting here, so this is using different sensors, and that was using a red LED sensor, and this is using an infrared sensor, and the sensor also is more capable. So this one is using this particular PAW3311 dB sensor, and the specifications are like the IPS is 300, the tracking speed that is 300, and the acceleration is 35. The resolution is not that important here, but these two things are important as this is a big trackball, and the acceleration and tracking can be very high on this, so the old sensor was not able to follow properly, especially with this ball which I have painted, which has a glitter infill. So this particular ball, that sensor is not able to track. Apart from that, there are other changes also. I have added a couple of, like, two accelerometers are there for tap detection. So if we see inside, so two accelerometer, one is mounted just under the battery. If I move the battery, yeah, so one sensor is mounted under the battery just on the cradle, and one sensor is mounted on the board. So having two sensors, I can isolate the noise. So let's okay, this is a simple click test. So I can do tap now, and if you can see, it is registering the tap. Okay, and also for false triggers, I have added the filter now. So if you see, it will not trigger false tap, but in certain scenarios still it will do it, and that is unavoidable now, but it is drastically reduced now with two sensors. In the old implementation here, if there is any tap on the body, I cannot isolate it, or I cannot know if the tap happened on the ball or on the body. But with this two sensor, to an extent, I can isolate the taps, and the tap also works much better with this new position. Apart from that, this one also has two sensors, two tracking sensors, so I can easily do the scroll move. Okay, that is very now easily it can do the scroll and the tap both work. And one big change is the bearing change. Okay, so the old one was using this tiny BTU, and I could not get very smooth motion out of them no matter what I tried. Okay, so if you see, this particular one is using a hybrid combination. So here it is using a static ceramic bearings along with the BTU. So if I show you here, so if you see, there are three ceramic bearings, and then there is another small BTU here which is suspended, and it has a padding, so it adds as a cushion. So what it does is it reduces the weight of this heavy ball, which drastically reduces the stiction. So now with the single BTU added, I can see that stiction is very less in this particular configuration, and this one is giving much better results. Also, there is a sound feedback also has been added. So when we scroll, so we get a sound feedback. Also for tap also, so you get a feedback just for the tap, not for the clicks. Yeah, so that is the current state of this project, and it is working on Bluetooth currently. Yeah, so mostly the hardware changes are complete now, and only I'm working on the software changes now. Yeah, if there is some significant change, then I will create a new video and post it.